Thank you so much for joining me here on Atlanta News First Alert Desk. I'm Savannah Louie. Happy to see you on this wonderful Wednesday evening. It is 8 o'clock on October 4th, and we are going to get straight into your top stories for tonight in the Atlanta metro area. I want to start off with a story involving police officers and a former police captain out of Henry County. Let's see if I can pull up some video here. We're learning new information about a sexual harassment lawsuit involving these two people you see on your screen right now. This is former Henry County Police Captain Norman Woody Fowler, who is accused of the woman in this photo, Officer Christina Gatchell, of sexual harassment. Reportedly engaging in inappropriate and sexual behavior toward her and others. What we've learned here today. Gatchell, who joined the Henry County Police Department in 2018, has served as a special victims unit and domestic violence investigator. She alleges Fowler repeatedly made sexual comments to her, humiliated her in front of other people, and at times touched her inappropriately, including that photo that you just saw on your screen. She claims that he had touched her rear end, her backside, and then that Fowler allegedly bragged to other officers about touching her following the incident. That's all according to her complaint. Now, we are also learning at least 8 other women with the department have reported similar interactions with Fowler during his time as captain, according to Gatchell's legal team. And there is that photo again, the controversial, hard to look at photo there. As we learn more about what the former police captain, again, that is former police captain Woody Fowler, and how he responds to this incident, we will keep you up to date and keep you posted on any new developments there. I do want to jump straight into our next story here. Major multi-million-dollar settlement for a man's family who died in police custody. You're taking a look here at Ricky Fowler, Ricky Dorado. Tonight, a new multi-million-dollar settlement for his family. It comes after Dorado died while being taken into police custody in Atlanta. Attorneys say that he was having a mental health crisis. He suffers from schizophrenia and he was under the influence of drugs during his arrest. Attorneys say he was placed in handcuffs and placed on his chest for more than 15 minutes while an officer placed a knee on his back. The medical examiner says he died as a result of being in that particular restraint and that he suffered cardiac arrest. Atlanta News First spoke with his family today. The family's devastated. They were crying. They were very distraught. Ricky's brother described what it was like living without any answers about his brother's death. Very traumatic incident for the family. And we have our anchor, Tori Cooper, who is following this story for us tonight. She is going to make an appearance on Atlanta News First at 10 o'clock on Peachtree TV, along with Atlanta News First at 11 on CBS, with more details from the family and why they're upset about this settlement. Even though it is millions of dollars, that's not enough for the family. All right, guys, hop into our final story for tonight. Here in Georgia, it is no secret that we have a huge and bustling entertainment, TV, film industry. Well, we are learning now that the future of Georgia's film and tax TV credit is unclear. Now, this is a big deal because Georgia heavily relies on using this tax credit to entice business and productions here to our state. From here, I'm going to let one of our political reporters, Abby Kasoris, explain the debate.
The exponential growth of Georgia's film industry is tied heavily to Georgia's film tax credit. Members on the Tax Credit Review Board met here at Athens Technical College. Filming in Georgia, it's a $4.1 billion industry.
Productions want to go to places that don't have sophisticated infrastructure yet. They're willing to spend the money.
Kate McCardle, director of Georgia Film Workforce, says for every dollar invested, the state gets $6 back. That money is either given to a Georgia worker or used to transform small towns.
There is providing opportunities for Georgians in more far-flung counties.
The Georgia Tax Incentive Package is described as generous, 20%. Add on an extra 10% if the film or TV show has a Made in Georgia logo in its credits. One study found 94% of the investments would not have happened without it.
How much of this can the state afford if it keeps taking away more revenue than it's bringing back in?
Senator Chuck Hufstetler is one of the lawmakers skeptical about the return on investment.
Jobs, yes. Are they growing business? Absolutely. But how much is it costing to do that?
Hilton Howell, the CEO of our parent company, Gray Television, says if the state opts to scale back or kill the tax credit, the future of the industry is at stake.
At the end of the day, you want to feed your winners and you want to cut your losers.
The members of that review committee will give their recommendations to the lieutenant governor and the speaker of the House for the next legislative session in just 3 months. In Athens, I'm Abby Kasouras.
All right, guys, and with that, thank you so much for joining me here at the Atlanta News First Alert Desk. Now, we have a special treat for you tonight. A beautiful forecast with a wonderful young man here. A beautiful young man. Yeah, that's my buddy, meteorologist Cutter Martin here with the forecast. And Cutter, it's a great forecast, but you're saying sweater weather is on the way.
Yeah, especially by the time we get to Sunday morning, we're going to wake up to much cooler temperatures, and the factor that may have you reaching for that sweater in particular, the fact that the wind will still be blowing. Now, we're still a couple days out from the real, cool stuff in the first alert forecast. You're going to have to wait till daytime Saturday before you really start to feel it. Nonetheless, changes are on the way. We are very, very confident in that part of the forecast. We know it is going to get cooler. So heads up, first alert, changes are on the way. We just have to wait a little bit while longer to really get in on some of that cool weather action. Again, thank you for tuning in and for watching. My name is Cutter Martin, first alert meteorologist here at Atlanta News First. Want to thank you for watching ANF Plus. We're streaming to you live right now on YouTube. Just search Atlanta News First. If you're watching on another platform and you want to contribute to the conversation, ask a weather question, maybe get some clarification on the forecast. YouTube, the place to be. Atlanta News First, the account to like and to follow, and I'll be monitoring that feed, watching it right now. Folks tuning in, and I'll be watching it for any questions, comments, concerns that may be coming in. But again, we are tracking big changes on the way, though this evening it is still relatively mild out there. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s around metro Atlanta. Again, this is a look at current temperatures, kind of a tighter look at the metro right now, and you get the idea. Mild, not too warm, but certainly much warmer than it will be by this time Saturday evening. 70 right now, Marietta, 76 downtown, Druid Hills, Emory, 76, though out in Dallas, typically one of our cooler thermometers. Case in point right now, 68. Conyers is at 70, so mildest inside the perimeter. We have all the pavement of the city of Atlanta. It was in the 80s this afternoon, so it'll take just a little bit longer than more rural or more forested locations to cool down. It'll take just a little bit longer. Hour by hour forecast. Temperatures do cool, though. I'll be a little bit more slowly, of course, as mentioned in the city of Atlanta, 68 by 1 a.m. Out the door tomorrow morning, I think low to mid-60s inside I-285, coolest before 8 o'clock in the morning. 9 a.m., lots of sun, temperature back up in the mid-60s. I think, yes, there's going to be a decent amount, a lot of sunshine tomorrow, but it's going to be kind of a filtered sunshine in the morning, kind of a hazy sunshine, those high wispy clouds moving in, the sun able to poke through those. Nonetheless, not clear. And there will be more clouds as we go through the afternoon and on into the evening, so that by tomorrow evening, going out to dinner, watching the sunset, I think you'll notice that there will be much more in the way of cloud cover around. If we time it just right, though, could actually be a decent sunrise and sunset with the type of cloud cover we're expecting tomorrow. Low temperatures in the morning, 54. Good morning to you in Blairsville. It's going to be a gorgeous Thursday morning, Friday Eve morning. LaGrange 59, Griffin 59, 57 rather in Griffin, Covington, Athens, Carrollton, 60 in Rome. There's the big 6-5 at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Though, notice just outside of the perimeter, 58, 60, pretty common numbers here. Sugar Hill, low temperature of 60, Palmetto, the Fairplay area, the South Fulton Parkway stretch, city of South Fulton, a little cooler than in Atlanta proper, 59 Douglas Hill, 57 in McDonough. So Henry County over to Newton County, Rockdale County, a little cooler as well, probably cooler than 60 degrees out the door in the morning. Commute forecast. It's going to be a gorgeous one tomorrow. Again, I do think given the time of year, despite some of the cloud cover tomorrow, we know that on those east-west oriented roadways, I-20 for example, it can be very, very bright, just with the changing sun angle. Rises in the east, of course, sets in the west. So if you're driving eastbound I-20, it's going to be a very bright morning tomorrow, I think. A good one to have sunglasses in the car, but other than that, no issues. Lots of sunshine. Intermixed with some cloud cover, and then increasingly cloudy as we get past the morning commute. Light breezes, dry forecast. So tomorrow's going to be a nice day, again, hour by hour. I'm going to warm it on up here. Temperature is back to near 80 or so in many spots. I think lower 80s, 81, 82 for the city of Atlanta tomorrow. And clouds will be thickening up as we get into the evening hours. So by 8, 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow evening, it'll be clouding over. I think we're going to be mostly cloudy to cloudy by the time you're headed out to dinner, and especially by later in the evening, about this time tomorrow evening, much more in the way of cloud cover. And from there, we're tracking a front. Again, first alert, big changes on the way. We had to get through one more warm day without any rain. This is 11 p.m. Thursday, a forecast model, just one run of one model. We have that rain chance capped at 20% for now, but we may be able to bump that up just a little bit. I was talking earlier with First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete about how recent data this evening has trended just a little bit wetter, and that's a good thing. With the forecast Thursday, we desperately need the rain. We're now at like 16, 17 days without any measurable rain at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, and if we don't get any rain Friday or in the wee hours of Saturday morning, it may be more than a week before we have another legitimate chance. So certainly we need the rain, and hoping your yard can get some free water heading into the fall season, deeper into the fall season. Right now, forecasting maybe just the first couple of sprinkles, an isolated shower or two to enter western areas by 11 p.m. or so tomorrow evening. Notice that rain chance increases. This is very light stuff, but maybe a few damp roadways by the time you head out to the Friday morning commute. Rain will be spotty, though. In fact, that greatest chance may actually be well ahead of the actual front Friday morning. Mix of sun and clouds, so lots of clouds compared to the past few days on our Friday. And then temperatures warming up into the upper 70s to near 80, maybe 81, 82 in a couple spots by middle of the afternoon Friday. More clouds. Rain is very spotty, but because there's more clouds blocking out more sun, just a little bit cooler with temperatures in the 70s to right around 80 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Warmest between 3 and 5 p.m. And then as we head into Friday night, early Saturday morning, we're clearing out, we're drying out, and temperatures will be cooling off. Now for the best news. Again, First Alert, we do have much cooler weather on the way. I think you're going to certainly feel a change by the time we get to daytime hours Saturday. Temperatures, though, Saturday morning, not all that chilly, but they just won't warm up all that much Friday afternoon. Case in point, 7-day forecast. We begin the day around 60 in Atlanta on Saturday, but only warm to near 70. One of the coolest afternoons we've had in months. And then with a clear sky, cool air filtering in, and very dry air. That Saturday night, Sunday forecast looking a little chilly. Even in the city of Atlanta, we're shooting for upper 40s right now. A couple thermometers, maybe right around 50. That's Sunday morning, and then again Monday morning. So First Alert to the first day of more significant change. Probably the first time you probably will need a jacket out the door in the morning Sunday, and send your students out with the jackets Monday morning. Because if we're in the upper 40s to near 50 in Atlanta proper, probably going to be some low to mid 40s out there. It'll be chilly. It'll feel like fall for sure. Talk about a gorgeous day Monday, though. 40s to near 50 in the morning, and then we warm up to upper 60s, lower 70s, full sunshine, light breeze, low humidity Monday afternoon. So a stunner of a day. Cool Tuesday morning, cool Wednesday morning, though afternoons do start to warm back up Tuesday into Wednesday, but I think this is the first of several fronts here, maybe spaced out about a week or so. We're kind of getting into that part of the year, that part of the season, where you get a front, hopefully a rain chance with it, though not much with Friday's front, and then you give it a bit of a break, you start to warm back up, then you get another front. So they're becoming more and more frequent as we head deeper into the fall season. It's very normal, what one would expect heading deeper into October. And we'll be keeping you updated. Again, not seeing too many questions on Atlanta News First, the YouTube account. Want to remind you, First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete and I are back on Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW affiliate at 10 p.m., and then back on WANF. First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete will have your latest forecast and a closer look at that Friday morning rain chance as well coming up tonight at 11 p.m. Reminder, you can always check the forecast even outside of news time at atlantanewsfirst.com and in the First Alert weather app. Thank you for tuning in. You're taking a live look outside, top end of the perimeter, Sandy Springs, Georgia 400 at I-285, looking back towards Buckhead, Midtown, and there in the distance, downtown Atlanta. Enjoy this evening. Pleasant out there, much cooler weather on the way this weekend.